Looks like we've made a mess with one of our recent Blendoffs.
Yeah, this looks pretty sloppy over here. We got to clean this up.
Yeah, how do you presume we do that?
I guess put some soap and water in the blender and let it run.
That's a great idea. In fact, that is the self-cleaning Blendtec and Vitamix feature.
No way.
Yeah way.
Dude, seriously?
Seriously, dude.
Bro.
Bro, I'm serious. Yeah, these blenders come with a self-cleaning automatic mode.
What? Mm-hmm. What about if it doesn't get everything out of the jars or the blades?
Then you would just use a sponge or a bottle brush.
And that's what we're going to show you guys right now. We're going to show you how to self-clean your blenders with soap and water. Some of the blenders have automatic settings, some don't. If your blender does have an automatic setting, use that. If it doesn't, just run it on a high speed or a medium speed for about 30 to 45 seconds.
And I would say that is where a blender is different than a juicer, because these can self-clean and a juicer has a lot of parts that you have to individually clean, and this is just so quick and easy. Love it.
Yeah, cleaning these blenders versus a juicer is a big perk to owning one of these blenders because it's very easy to clean. You just have one piece you got to clean. You don't have all these pieces that come apart. You just have one jar, one blade. Cleans out real easy, and you get all the fiber from your nutrients very quickly, so it's much faster than juicing.
And if you want to double clean, you can just throw it in the dishwasher.
And another thing we're going to do is pick a winner of which blender was easiest to clean. Easiest and fastest and, quickest.
It's going to be our self-cleaning Blendoff. So, Frank, who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to go with the wild side jar because of the 2-blade design and the wide base.
I'm going to go with that as well. And also just the designer blender in general. Just the setup, the interface, all of that.
I think the wild side jar and the low pro jar will be the easiest ones to clean because of the wide base. It's very easy to reach under the blades with a sponge. These are a little narrower, so it's a little tough to reach in there, but this has a 2-blade design, so it's a little easier. This is my favorite though. I give this one like a 1-to-1 odds, so it's totally a favorite. You're not going to win any money by betting on it because you know it's going to win. But these ones, I'd give this as about 10-to-1 odds on this one. So on that one, I'd say like 24-to-1.
Yeah. So why don't we start this self-cleaning Blendoff?
The best way to clean your Vitamix blender after a recipe is to add a dash of dish soap and water and run it on a high speed for around 30 seconds. When finished, you can rinse out the blender container in a sink and remove the rest of the gunk from inside the container with a sponge. Make sure and properly secure the lid. The G-Series Vitamix 750 comes with an automatic self-clean mode on the speed dial, where the blender will run and stop on its own. The speed dial on the Vitamix is very reliable and user-friendly. If your Vitamix blender doesn't have an automatic self-clean mode, then just let the blender run on a high speed for around 30 seconds. You can see how the gunk starts to come off the sides of the Vitamix containers as the blender cleans itself. Now, onto the Blendtec. After you add your soap and water, make sure to secure the lid properly. The Blendtec blender is equipped with automatic buttons on their digital user interface that stop on their own. Certain Blendtec models offer a self-clean mode, which runs for 22 seconds. It quickly pulsates and speeds up automatically and cleans the blender jar quickly. If your Blendtec doesn't have a self-clean mode button, then the smoothie button works well too. All Vitamix containers are made from a BPA-free polycarbonate material, which is very tough. In fact, it's almost unbreakable. If you drop the container, it won't break. The low-profile Vitamix container has a 4-inch blade design with a wide base, so it's a little easier to reach in and around the sharp blades when you're cleaning it with the sponge. The Vitamix standard container and S-Series container are a little more narrow at the bottom, which makes it a little more difficult to reach under and around during cleaning. The Blendtec Designer Wild Side jar has a thick stainless steel 4-inch dull blade, and the Blendtec Classic 64-ounce jar has a thick stainless steel 3-inch blade. Both jars are BPA-free and made from copolyester material, the same as the Vitamix containers. If there is some remaining gunk left, you can use your sponge to very easily get the rest out. The Blendtec blades are very easy to reach under and around, and the jar only weighs 1.5 pounds, so it's very lightweight and easy to handle. Most of the time, you could simply rinse off the jar in a sink after running the soapy water blend. The Blendtec stainless steel dull blades and square jar make for very easy cleaning.
So after cleaning all the blenders, what we found out was that it was pretty easy and simple to do, given that they do come with their self-cleaning mode.
Yeah, all the blenders were really easy to clean. The S50, the C Series, the Classic Designer, and the G Series all did a great job with cleaning. They all cleaned the jars out thoroughly. I guess the most different, the differences and similarities are with the blade designs. You know, the water and the soap worked well for all the jars. All the jars are made from polycarbonate material, BPA-free Eastman Triton polycarbonate material, so they all have the same material that they're designed with. But the blade designs are different. Like I noticed with the 4-inch blades, like on the Wild Side jar and the Low Pro jar, the 4-inch blades were easy to reach under and reach into versus the smaller jars.
I will say that I did have to be a lot more careful in terms of cleaning with the sponge around the 4-blade.
The 4-blade design.
The 4-blade design.
Yeah, the sharp 4-blade
They're
design
very sharp.
on the Vitamix they're sharp blades, so you have to be just a little more careful when you're reaching in. But the Low Pro jar I really like because it's a wide base and you could reach around the jar real easy. Versus the standard jar, it has a 3-inch blade, it's a narrower base, and it's kind of more difficult to reach under the blade.
And with the single blade over here, it was a lot easier to get underneath the blade because it's not sharp, so you don't have to worry about cutting yourself. And also, there's only one blade, so you're not having, there's all that free space around the blade.
The Wild Side jar and the standard Blendtec jars have a dull blade design where they just have one big blade, and it's really easy to reach under and clean. These jars are great for cleaning. They're dishwasher safe, really awesome.
And I would say in terms of the speed in cleaning that this one was the winner in that category.
The Classic, okay, so we got a winner for the Blendoff, the self-cleaning Blendoff. We got the Classic 575 blender with the standard jar wins.
In terms of winning because of how clean they actually are, I would say that was the fastest.
Clean the quickest.
Yeah,
this one had the fastest self-clean mode as well. It had a 22-second self-clean mode versus I think the Designer has a 22 seconds. Oh, this is 22 seconds as well. So both the clean modes are 22 seconds for the Designer and the Classic Series. So I guess the Blendtecs win the self-cleaning. I would say the first place is the Classic. The second place is the Wild Side. Because of the dull blade design, it's really easy to reach under the blades. And then the Vitamix blades are, the Low Pro jar is probably the easiest to clean out of their jar selections. The standard jar is a little taller. Your hand it's a little more difficult.
It's a lot more narrow. As you can see, it goes down and is very narrow at the bottom. So it's going to take a little bit more time to clean this one at the base.
Especially if you make thick blends. So when you make thicker blends like nut butters, peanut butter, ice creams, things get stuck under the blades and it's a little more of a hassle to clean under the blades. So whereas the bigger jars with the 2-blade, this blade design is a little easier to clean. The Low Pro jar is easier to clean versus the S50 and the standard jar by Vitamix.
And in case you're wondering how we went about determining who won this
because there was an
Blendoff.
Actual determination.
Yeah, we actually thought that the Blendtec Wild Side jar was going to win.
Yeah.
But in terms of the determination on who won, we are determining that by the ease and also how it looks. And to me, this was, and also the speed. So this cleaned the fastest. It looks to be the most clean. And it was the easiest to clean because of the blade.
It could be because the blade, the way it dips down, it just kind of brings all the ingredients into the blade a little more. The Wild Side jar is just straight down all the way, So that could be a reason for it.
And I would say that the single blade really is a big determining factor in terms of the easeability of cleaning because you're not having to spend the time going around each, every other blade, which takes
there's
some
only
time.
2 blades. It's easy.
It takes time because you don't want to cut yourself and you want to be careful when you're cleaning it. So
yeah, definitely, I agree.
Well,
that's it for this Blendoff. We got the Classic Series 1,
Ta-da!
first place. We got a second place. The Designer got the second place with the Wild Side. Third place was the Low Pro. The S50 was definitely the most difficult, and the C Series standard jar was fourth place. Because of the blade designs and the jar. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them below. Also, all these blenders come with a payment plan, so if
That's
you
right.
do want to get a jar or a blender, you don't have to buy it all at once. You could buy it in a payment plan options. You know, you got 3, 6, 12-month payment plans on these. So make sure to read more about that at thedailyvitamin.com.
Also, you can save a little over $100 by purchasing a blender refurbished.
Yeah, refurbished deals are great. All these blenders come refurbished, so you know it'll save you a little bit of money there. Also, if you want some extra incentive, we offer bonus rewards at the Daily Vitamin. So if you use our free shipping links at the Daily Vitamin, we'll give you guys bonus rewards. So you could read more about that at the website.
That's right, and also at thedailyvitamin.com, you will learn more about our reviews that we're doing.
Yeah, read our full review on. This is a part of a series of Blendoffs that we're doing, and you could read the full review of all our videos right below this video.
That's right. We want to thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't followed us yet, please be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And we wish you guys a beautiful week. Bye!